Hello everybody, I'm Steve Scott and welcome to another episode of Judo Analysis. Today's show, I want to focus in on Sukui Nage, the scooping throw. And it's a pretty standard throw. It's a leg grab type throw. It's a very old throw in Kodokan Judo. Certainly been used in other fighting sports as well. We've seen it a lot in Sambo and many forms of Jiu-Jitsu as well. So anyway, we're going to take a look at the basics, and then we're going to sort of branch out from there. So I have several videos on tap today that you'll see one right after the other. And you can see how far you can go with Sukui Nage. And again, not everything about Sukui Nage is on this video, but hope we give you a lot of ideas about how to train for it. So here we go on Sukui Nage, scooping throw. For this side, and I'm going to have you guys here with your back. Let's work on Sukui Nage. Sukui means to scoop, and Nage means to throw, scooping throw. And we're going to do several variations of it. The basic one is this. This is the basic Sukui Nage. Just come away from the pad just a little bit. You will have to stand, if you're the guy getting thrown, Uki, to be away from the mat a little bit because Tori, the thrower, needs to be able to work behind you. Okay? All right, so standard grip. Notice he's kind of leading sugar footing here with his right foot. Okay, kind of leading with that foot, sugar foot. Now what Derek's going to do, he's going to come and he's going to spin behind. Let me just show you. So watch what Derek will replicate this. From here, he's going to spin behind him, and when he comes behind him, as he steps behind, he's going to reach under like this, scoop, grab the legs. Now you can either grab the pants, but like when we're doing this in Sambo, there are no pants to grab. So we grab the legs. Okay, but I'm scooping. I'm not bending over this way. That's really, don't want to do that. I want to be grabbing this way. So what Derek's going to do, and he's going to be throwing from here. And really, I always learned it. This is your kind of your hinge on his lapel, and it helps. That's the side I'll probably roll to. Okay, so I've got him here. Okay, I want to kind of lead. I just kind of step back here as I do this. See, like this, as I step back, I shoot, and as I shoot, come across and squat very low, like you're sitting in a chair. Okay, grab, and now. You can embellish it any way you want. The basic thing is to pick them up and turn into them and throw them. Or you can thigh sweep them, whatever you want. However you want to add to it, you can. But you're probably going to have to go on them, okay? So let's look at here. So here it comes right. He spins about to the outside. Now he reaches and squats at the same time. See how he squatted behind him? Derek's butt is lower than Eric's butt. He's like he's sitting in a chair, okay? All right, and he's just going to scoop them up and toss them. There we go. It is a nice high-flying shot, okay? Under the rules now current of IJF, the International Judo Federation, does not allow this throw, I understand. But certainly we would allow that AAU Judo, freestyle Judo, Sambo, it's MMA. I imagine Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is probably legal. And there we have, that is the basic form of Sukui Nage, scooping throw. You can see how you're scooping, that's why they call it such. Grab. Now, that's the basic. Now, if you want to add a sweep to it, or shoot your leg behind like a Tani Otoshi, you can do that. But we'll get to that, but you might demo that just real quick. So come behind, you might shoot behind and sweep. You know, like add a little thigh lift, you know, if you want to really plant them, you can, because you can, So, now like I see a Tani Otoshi, you can add those, but get the basics first. One more time on the basic Sukui Nage. See how he turned. He didn't just fall backwards. You always want to turn into him, your chest to his chest. Let the referee, let him know who won the match, okay, who won the fight. I mean, this would be a great self-defense throw, So in any context, we can use Sukui Nage, scooping throw. Okay, let's practice that a bit, then we'll do some variations of it. So have fun. It's kind of a leg grab, almost like an ashidori leg grab, Cuban leg grab type thing. But what it is this. It'll be this, and I'll have the guys practice it. Go ahead, Dom. He's killing me with the back grip, a monster grip. He's just beating the heck out of me with this grip. I am just getting dominated. And I'm bent over, and I'm really in a bad position. Okay? So here's a case where he's not letting me stand up. I know he's got plans for me, so I better act quick. Okay? So I've got this hand that's close to him. It's kind of useless if it's stuck in here, okay? So I've got to do something with it. So a good thing to do with that is to tight waist him. In other words, grab him tightly around his waist with my hand. So I'm going to grab tightly around the waist. So you can see here, suck it in tight. Don't grab the belt so much as grab the hip. And sink it in. And see how I lock my elbow in? That helps sink it in tighter. So if I just grab this way, it's not as tight as if I grab this way and cinch. Okay, that helps a lot. So that sets him up. Okay, so so cinch here. Now, this hand is like this, and I can do a number of things, but what I can really do is lock in here, use my head against his pec, driving it. Earlier what Don was talking about, driving in that head. Like my old coach Rene Pomerel used to call this your third arm. Actually, he couldn't say the TH, so he called it your turd arm. So it's your turd arm, because he was, like, spoke French and stuff. So, bam, you use that as your turd arm. There you go, okay? But now with this other arm, the second arm, all right, as I come in here, as I shoot behind him, sitting, look, I'm going to scoop. It's really good idea to scoop upward rather than just to grab something, because this way I can scoop up and lift. So as I'm pulling down with my arm on his tight waist side, I'm hooking up here, and I upend him and I just body slam him in a Sukui Nage. So he's beating me at the grip. This is a good counter throw, okay? Okay, immediately tight waist. This is one of many options I could have from a tight waist situation. But as soon as you get behind him, shoot low, squat very low, your hips, see how, and you might even jam the knee in there. That helps a lot. Some guys even will lift the knee as they throw. So that's totally up to you. But at this point, scoop here, drive them in. Okay? Can I have you? You like this throw, so I'm gonna let you demo here. I'm gonna get out of the way. Now look how his reaction. He's tight waist, and that helps close the space. See how as soon as he tight waist, top hand, right hand, boom, left hand goes. It's like automatic. All right? And that's that into the fight, okay? That happens in a parking lot of a convenience store. Hire a lawyer.
Bar.
But in judo, because IJF, I don't think it wouldn't be legal at all, IJF, but AAU and freestyle, Sambo, we see this stuff a lot, okay? Everybody get it?
Yeah.
Remember some key things to work on here, guys. Think about one thing leads to another, okay? When I tight waist him, when he beats me at the grip, don't actually throw him, but do some stuff here, guys. Bam, he's beating him here at the grip, okay? Now, Derek, he wants to close the gap. By doing so, he tight waists, cinches in, he's doing that really good here, and he gets really low. Lower your levels with your legs. Don't bend over at the waist, okay? Now, yeah, so that is the squats low. Now with this other one, as soon as he tight waists there, see, he's kind of like, he squeezes him. And he's here and here. And when he lifts, he could, there you go. Like, what, carry through the threshold? Not you, buddy. All right. Okay. So there we have. Let's try that. Last one tonight. Let's try that. Go get it. Okay. Now what we're going to do is this one. I'm going to have, and some of you guys are already doing this naturally. Okay. All right. So when you're coming into it, and you're coming around and stepping around, and you're shooting here, some guys would like to come in here and hook here like this with a palm up, okay? So when you come in like this and you spin under, this is just a variation of Sukui Nage, okay? So instead of grabbing this way, I might like to snake in this way, okay? And I can still grab this way any way I want, okay? But, so stay with just a slight variation of it. Come in here, shoot under here, you're behind him, so we've got all that established, right? Snake it here like this, underhook here, remember, kind of hook up as best you can like that to hook and grab, okay? Hook and grab there, and you can grab the way here before, you can underhook here. A lot of people just grab here. They'll go under and they'll go over, okay, and they take it. So that's just a variation of it. We'll show some other variations how to get here in a bit. When we reach through this way, we'll be showing that in a bit. But right now, snake under that way and that way, okay? It's a slight variation of the Sukui Nage, and you can add your sweep or anything else you want to it. Can you demo one time? So just snake it under. Come under and see how you snake there. And that hooking lets you actually lift a little better. You can, like when you do curls, you get a little more oomph this way, don't you? And that's what we're doing there. So you get a little lift, and that's a variation of it. Want to try that? And we'll come back to that. We'll come back to some others. So there we go.
I always like to make it easy on me, so I want him to do some work for me and give me a real reaction to leaning back. And y'all know I like SEOI Nage, so my entry is going to be about the same, because when I come in for that SEOI Nage, I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to set him here. He's going to feel that SEOI Nage. He's going to do one or two things. He's going to either hop around, or he's going to stop. He's going to bend his knees, and he's going to lean back so that I can't throw him forward. If he stops, bends his knees, he leans back, then we'll throw him backwards with this Sukui Nage. So I'm here, my arm's already coming through and it's in the front. Then I come here, almost like I'm coming here. My hands do the same thing, you get the same reaction of leaning back. So here, here, and then here. And really low with my hips, okay? My back's straight, not like this. My back's straighter, and then this hand's going to shoot here, and I like coming this way, so I feel like that I can turn into him more, sorry, and use my head. Versus if I come in this way, and then my leg comes back this way, if I go here, I feel like that he's more able to turn into me, and I might end up on my back. So I like going here. That causes me to turn in. I like going here versus here, because here I'm turning in. And then my head helps here. And that's really the only difference. You're already doing this. You're already doing this. You're already using your head, dropping your hips. The only difference I do is, instead of starting over here and going here, I set him here to get that reaction. And then here, here.
So this is your version of Sukui Nage scooping throw. You're really setting him up with a SEOI Nage and using his hip block or defensive movement against him, you know?
Exactly right.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's try that a bit, guys. Good move. Okay. And then we'll do one more after this, which everybody, and we'll let you practice a bit on your own.
Work on a two-on-one transition into competition-style Sukui Nage. Or basically, what it is it's a two-on-one right into a high crotch lift. Okay, so we have the two-on-one. We get a good grip, a hold of the arm, and this is especially good if the guy squares up to try and pull the arm back. But we're going to do that here in a second. I'm going to switch from the two-on-one and get my hand around his wrist. So normally we would be right here. I'm going to switch back through and grab this, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step behind his foot and jam that arm in between his legs. And as we jam it, as soon as I feel that contact on his thigh, I'm going to let go and come across and catch the high crotch lift. Drop your butt and then put your hips in as you lift up on the inner thigh. Turn and finish in a pinning situation. So, likewise, if I have the two-on-one and he turns in to square up and pull his arm back, okay? Up he goes. Okay? Notice how I'm squatting down and my head's on his pec. Okay? Shoot the arm through and catch. If you do it correctly, his arm is stuck in there. Okay? And you're squatting down. Your hands are on the upper part of the thigh. Put your hips in and lift up. Keep everything nice and tight. Turn. So, focusing in on trapping this arm in the high crotch grip. So, as we get the two-on-one, I catch his wrist right here. Okay, so we go from here, slide it back, and grab right there. This stays where it is. It helps you guide it in. I'm going to guide this in, and I'm going to do it kind of low so you can see what I'm doing. Once you push it on the leg, you let go and bring your arm around. And I'll roll up my sleeve so you can kind of see. Once this goes in, hand goes over, and then you catch your hands together. Drop your butt nice and low. Okay. The most important part is to get a good 2-on-1. If I don't have control with the 2-on-1 grip, I'm never going to be able to guide his arm in. And guiding the arm in is what makes it so easy to get the 2-on-1. Normally when we're trying to get in on that grip, it's pretty easy for him to move away. But when I have this and that, it's super easy. Even if I can't get the lift, you can finish with more of a turn and takedown. So really focus in on getting that 2-on-1 and controlling the arm, pushing it down in between. Control his hand and his arm and his thigh at the same time. You basically got this half taken care of. You can do almost anything you want. That's a